Hi, I'm Louise, and I don't know about you, but have you ever wanted to do something for absolutely years and then you wake up one day and you think, I'm going to do it? Well, that was me. I've wanted to do metal detecting since I can't remember, but not had the opportunity, life got in the way. And for those that have followed my channel and know about my reduced circumstances of living, I live in this tiny little room at the moment. I just thought, what am I going to do to get myself out this winter? It's all right going for a walk, but do you know, the one time I tried jogging, 3 or 4 people in the village stopped to ask if I was all right and didn't need a lift. So obviously I'm not natural in that department, and I want something that's going to get me out there. People have said, oh, get yourself a dog. Not fair, not with my lifestyle. I like to be able to come and go and do as I please. So I thought, metal detecting, something I've always wanted to do. But oh my, what a minefield. Where do you start? I don't really have anybody to ask about it. So I just thought, right, get on YouTube, start searching. And that's what I've done. So I'm going to show you today what I bought, why I've bought it, and how I've gone about getting ready to go out on my first try out. And I'm going to go to the beach for the first time, and I'm going to show you that in part 2. But just for today, we're going to talk about what, why, and how I've been practicing. So the first thing I did was go onto YouTube, and I have watched so many different metal detecting channels and advice for newbies and what's out there. And after a lot of research and a lot of listening to people, I actually settled on the Vanquish 340, the Mind Lab. There's so many reports of it, the fact it's got this multi-IQ, which I didn't even understand to begin with, but it can tell you the difference. You look here, you've got all metal setting, a jewellery setting and a coin setting. So the people that have metal detected for years says it was idiot proof. I have yet to discover whether that's not true, but I know I'm the idiot anyway. But I'll explain that as I go on a little bit. But putting it together, it came in that little box. Again, what did I do? I went on YouTube, I found a video of a guy who showed you how to unbox it and put it together. And yes, even idiot me managed to put it together. It came with a rain cover, because that's the one thing with this that I had to really think about, was the fact that this part isn't waterproof. Your coil's waterproof, which is great because I do plan to go on the beach sometimes. But when I looked at that, I was a little bit put off, and also batteries. But that's fine, because the fabulous people at Crawford's, who I can honestly recommend, they are saints, because I asked lots of stupid questions. You can get a power pack that fits, and it will fit under my rain cover. So as soon as I've worn the batteries out that I've got, that's what I'm going to be using. It came with this mini shovel. Yes, I have used it. Yes, at 5'10", I am going to be getting a long one. It does hurt my back after a little while. You get down on your hands and knees, and that's absolutely fine. I've got these that came with it as well. They're quite small for your ears, and at the moment when I've been out practicing, which is what I've been doing, I think I'm either going to get ones with bigger, just a bit that's bigger so it goes over my ears more, or I'll just be a solitary antisocial person and beat to my heart's content on my own. This also from Crawford's, they always sent you a little finds bag as well, which is great, because I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. And I know that really my going out on the beach is 1, to get me out, 2, to have lots of fresh air, and 3, to help clear up rubbish, because that is, I know, what I'm going to be finding a lot of. But then after watching some more videos and digging up half my garden, I realised that this is an essential bit of kit, your little pinpointer. So I've decided to get the best one I can afford at the moment. It's got a torch, it's waterproof, and it does the job. And when you put that on and you get near metal, it tells you where it is. So that just takes the guesswork out of all the hard work of having to keep putting it across your coil. And because I've got rings on and jewellery, obviously if you'll keep putting it across the coil, that sets it off. So I found it was easier than having to take my jewellery off every time I went out. So this is the kit that I've started with. And I say, there are some really lovely people out there online in the metal detecting world, but equally some of the sites that I've been on Facebook one, I've just trolls like there is everywhere. So I'm doing an awful lot of watching at the moment and listening and trying to learn that way. But what I have done outside is I've actually put things I found. The first thing I found was a shotgun cartridge top. That was exciting. We got the old ring pulls. So I've put a little selection out there of all the things that I could find. 2p, 5p, you know, a pound coin, and then I take my ring off and put that, and then I get an idea of where the numbers are. So I'll show you how that works. So switching it on's easy enough, as you can see. Press the button. I've got the volume turned down quite low, so I'm just going to pop that up. There we go. Right, so down here, as you can see, I've got a little sixpence, 5p, and then we've got a ring pull there, a little bit of iron. This was hilarious. This one here. Got quite excited when I first found that. That's a bit of an old, I presume it's aluminium or something, paint tube. Why that was in my garden, I don't know. My fabulous little shotgun cartridge top. 1p, 2p, 50p. Oh, mustn't forget I chucked my ring down there either. So what I do is it's just good to get the feel and look at the numbers. So when you're out, that's your ring pull. Let's go on to, what am I on? I'm on ring. So we're going to change so you've got the horseshoe setting. Just let it find itself again. It's quite hard because this garden is absolutely full of rubbish. But can you listen to that? That's when you know you've got your low iron tones. That's the shotgun cap. 50p. That's your 2p, so we're not worried too much about that. You can change. So you've got everything again. Can you hear that? So much in the ground there. But I'm told that this is the setting that I want to be on. Or even that one, because that way you're not missing out on too much, but it is getting rid of a lot of the rubbish. But at the moment, I'm doing everything because I really, really want to learn my machine. I want to learn my tones. I want to know what they're going to read. That's the gold ring. See, there's a lot of stuff in the ground here. That's my sixpence. So I'm going to keep practicing doing it this way for a little while, so I know what I'm looking for, know what's out there. This is the garden, and this was actually the rubbish tip for our farm. So it's going to keep me out of mischief for quite a while because there's so much rubbish in there. But learning, I think, is the most important thing, and learning your machine, because yes, they are idiot proof, but they're also not psychic. So you've got to get down there and you've got to see what's there. So to all the experts out there, if anybody is even bothered to look at this little vlog of mine, I apologise for that last bit, but I just wanted to show how I was trying to work things out. I don't have anybody to turn to at the moment, so I wasn't sure what to do, so I'm just watching as much as I can, like I said, and trying to learn in my way. And I realised that a machine's only as good as the person wielding it, if you like. So I owe it. I've invested the money in it now, and I am going to use it. I'm going to try and get out at least 3 times a week, if not more. And again, it's about I'm quite happy collecting rubbish. I'm quite happy being out in the fresh air, and that's really my motivation for doing it. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited about what you can find, but I'm also a realist as well. So yeah, doing that over the ground, trying to learn my signals, learn what's going to come up, digging everything, but following the code, because one thing I've already seen is the frustration with people for not filling the holes in, even on the beach. You know, just because kids leave massive holes there for people to fall in doesn't mean I'm going to. The other thing I did was join the National Council for Metal Detecting, because being a farmer's daughter, I do know a lot of farmers, and I eventually, when I feel not such an idiot and I can go out in public and feel like I've not got this weird thing attached to me, then I will ask for proper permissions to get permissions to go on land. The National Council give you a form like that, so you have got protection for both you and for the cost of it. Was it £8 or something? To have insurance while you're on people's land. I mean, why wouldn't you? So that's one thing I've learned. I think that's a really good investment. It's a way of, for me as well, accountability, because I've bought the equipment, and I think so many people think they're going to go and do all this, and I'm finding this really basic model a challenge enough to cope with. So I think that when I've seen how other people with these amazing machines that cost thousands, oh, hats off to them, they've really learnt their trade. So yeah, starting at the bottom, doing my best, and next week I will upload my first beach visit. So that was only the second time today that I've actually held the metal detector. So yeah, it still feels very, very strange. It's getting your hands round, carrying what you need, your little shovel or your trowel for the beach, and then carrying that in the other hand, and thinking about your headphones when you take it off. And yeah, so I'll let you know how I get on.